first. When I woke up human again, I was covered in his blood. His bones scattered around me like broken toys. My mother saw me.
Abomination!
The pack locked me in a silver cage, so small I couldn't stand. They debated and finally decided to kill me. A 5-year-old child, alone with a monster living under her skin. But the night before my execution, she came, a woman made of shadows and starlight. She pressed her hand to the cage, and the silver melted like snow.
You are not an abomination. You are a devourer. The firstborn in 1,000 years.
She marked my forehead with ash. Then she vanished. And I ran. That's when Alpha Edward found me, the cruelest warlord in 5 kingdoms. He smiled when he saw the mark.
Perfect. I've been looking for you.
He didn't save me. He claimed me. I grew up in his daughter's shadow. Marcy, the golden heir, the perfect wolf. She burned me with gold when her father wasn't looking. Made me sleep in the kennels, poured wolfsbane in my water, so I couldn't shift and escape. For 13 years, I scrubbed her floors and swallowed my screams. Clean it up, Marcy ordered. The princess was always cruel, but with whispers of a powerful guest's arrival, her temper burned hotter than ever. I scrubbed the floor, the bruises on my knees mirroring those across my body. I had no way of knowing my fate was about to change, no way of knowing that Alpha Daemon, the most powerful pack leader in the realm, would soon catch my irresistible scent. I lived in the shadows, beaten, starved, shoved into the attic like trash. My days were spent scrubbing, serving, surviving. My nights were spent curled on a moldy mattress with a tattered copy of Cinderella, the last piece of a life stolen long ago. I knew fairy tales didn't come true. Not for me. My inner wolf had gone silent years ago, snuffed out by malnutrition, abuse, and pain. Without it, I was nothing more than a human in a world of predators. Why had my inner wolf abandoned me? Was there any force on earth, fire, war, love, that could bring it back? I woke from another day of hard labor, aching from my beating. There were whispers through the pack, electric, hushed, breathless. A visitor was coming. Alpha Daemon, leader of the Dark Howlers, fiercest pack in the realm. He was the most powerful alpha in all of North America. Women threw themselves at him. Rulers feared him. He could seduce a she-wolf with a glance, or tear out a man's throat just as easily. Daemon was untouchable. He scorned the idea of love, rejected every political match. Not a single potential bride, despite the many presented, could win his affection. None were worthy of being his Luna, the proud she-wolf to rule by his side. Love was a distraction, an attempt to tame him. And Daemon would never be tamed. Still, there were those who tried. Alpha Edward, leader of the Red Moon Pack, was desperate to secure his political power. He invited Daemon to meet his daughter, Princess Marcy, beautiful, cunning, cruel. She intended to make him hers. I feared their union. Would Marcy succeed where so many others had failed? Would Marcy's cruelty only intensify as Luna to such a powerful alpha? The moment Alpha Daemon stepped onto Red Moon Pack grounds with his mated betas, Caden and Maya, something felt off. His wolf stirred uneasily beneath the surface. He didn't need confirmation. He already knew. No one in the Red Moon Pack could be trusted. They all sat down in the dining hall, its gaudy opulence a reflection of Red Moon's inflated ego. Marcy arrived fashionably late, every detail of her appearance sharpened like a blade. Shimmering blonde hair, a sculpted figure. She was the type of girl who got what she wanted. Her friend, Nora, wasn't as restrained. She eyed Daemon with hunger, her gaze sliding over him like a caress. The rumors had reached her ears about his appetite, his stamina, his size. She didn't care that Marcy was supposed to win the Alpha's hand. Nora wanted a taste for herself. Marcy's mother, Luna Layla, noticed the heat in Nora's stare and the flicker of fury in her daughter's eyes.
Marcy,
Layla said, too sweetly.
why don't you show Alpha Daemon to his room so you two can talk?
While the Red Moon Pack celebrated Daemon's arrival, elsewhere in the kitchens, I worked until the sweat stung my eyes. All I could dream of was the scraps I might scavenge when the feast was over. The other Omegas had different plans for me. Anna, their cruel ringleader, stepped into my path, towering over me.
Listen up, slave.
The other Omegas giggled behind her like hyenas. Anna's lips twisted into a cruel smirk. You're going to deliver towels to Alpha Damon's room.
Talia froze. Right now? But what if he's inside?
Anna raised her hand, ready to strike.
Are you questioning me?
I flinched, my heart pounding. Without my wolf, I was defenseless against the bullies. Without another word, I took the towels and hurried off, every step dragging me closer to the Alpha's quarters, and whatever fate awaited me behind that door. When I entered the room, I froze. Damon was there, but he wasn't alone. Marcy was there, on her knees, between Damon's legs. She whipped around, her eyes blazing with fury as they locked onto mine. The insolence. A jolt of fear shot up my spine. Retribution would be certain. Damon's eyes snapped to me.
Stop.
He barked, but I was already gone, bolting from the room, too terrified to look back. What I didn't know, what I couldn't have known, was that in that moment, Damon's world had shifted. My scent hit his veins like a spark of kindling, igniting something primal within him. Could it be? His inner wolf howled the truth within him again and again. I, a lowly Omega, a serving girl without a friend, was his fated mate. Ignoring the mocking laughter of Anna and the others, I ran until I reached the attic, shoving the cabinet against the door before collapsing in the corner, struggling to quiet my frantic breathing. Is this it? Is this the day I die? Back in Damon's room, Marcy landed clumsily on her backside as Damon shoved her away, his expression thunderous and unreadable.
Who was that girl?
He demanded, hastily buttoning his pants. Marcy knew exactly who I was. Me, that wolfless bitch. How dare I step into an Alpha's chambers uninvited? And worse, if word got out that she had been pleasuring Damon before he'd even proposed, she'd be humiliated. A laughing stock, her reputation would be in shreds. Her jaw clenched with fury. She should have done more than just beat me that morning. But Damon didn't notice Marcy's simmering rage. He was too distracted, his mind replaying the moment I walked in. How my intoxicating scent, freesia and citrus, had struck him. How his wolf had howled, wild and urgent. All he could think about was pulling me into his arms. Mate! His wolf howled in confirmation. I didn't feel it. I couldn't, because my wolf had been silenced long before he ever arrived. My name is Talia, but no one calls me Talia except for teachers on the first day of schooling. I'm more popular as the wolfless freak. I'm a werewolf in the Red Moon Pack. Since I'm an orphan, I'm not completely sure how old I am, but pretty sure I'm 16. Also, I'm an Omega, which means I'm a servant. My job is to make the meals for the werewolves who live in the pack house. Between making breakfast and dinner for over 100 wolves, cleaning up after them, and restocking the pantries of the ranked members' apartments on the 3rd and 4th floors, I do normal teenager stuff. Except, I don't have a lot of spare time to do so. Homework is the extent of living my teen life. Right now it's 11:30 in the night. I'm putting the finishing touches on my English essay when I hear the door of the dungeon slam open. Great. Now what did I do? It doesn't take much. Alpha Edward is an alcoholic. It's really difficult for werewolves to get drunk, which means you have to drink heavily to feel the effects. This means he probably had a fight with Luna Layla about his drinking, which means she locked him out of their room, which means he has come down to take out his anger on me. Just an average Tuesday in the pack house. I'm already on my feet waiting for him. Alpha Edward, what can I do for you? I ask with my eyes looking at the floor. I keep my hands clasped in front of me, trying to look as small as possible. Without a word, a whiskey bottle whizzes past my ear and smashes against the wall above my cot. I flinch and can't help but start to tremble and hug myself. Whatever is about to happen, it's going to be worse than usual. He lunges forward and grabs me by the throat with both hands. I feel tears coming to my eyes as the lack of oxygen turns the edges of my vision dark. I desperately claw at his hands, trying to escape his grip, but it's no use. He picks me up by the neck, so I'm at face level with him. His eyes are pitch, indicating his wolf ruckus is at the surface. His breath stinks because of alcohol. I start gagging and choking from the lack of oxygen. Without warning, he throws me across the room as if I weigh nothing. My back slams against the wall, and I land on my back on the cot. The shards of the broken bottle pierce the skin on my back through my thin t-shirt. The whiskey makes the cuts burn. I try to muffle a scream as the pain sears through me. He comes across the room and picks me up roughly by the hair. I feel the shards of glass cutting deeper as he pulls me up. He throws me to the ground. The glass bits are grinding deeper into my back. I can feel something wet soaking through my shredded shirt. I don't dare move and make him even madder. I feel my ribs snap when his foot makes contact. One of his feet lands on my jaw. I feel a sickening snap rattle in my brain. The metallic taste instantly fills my mouth. Alpha Edward has been using me as his punching bag for years, but this was way more intense than it has ever been before. In the past couple of years, he started dipping the whip in wolfsbane, which makes me heal slower, so now I have gnarly scars across my back and arms. I manage to eke out. My voice is small and garbled. He abruptly stops and walks out of the room. He comes back a moment later with the whip and starts lashing my back relentlessly. The whip is dripping with wolfsbane. The lashes, combined with the glass shards still in my back, combined with the wolfbane, are too much. My vision turns blurry and I pass out. Numbness surrounds me. Is this what being dead is like? It's peaceful, but a little bit boring. After what seems like forever, I'm able to open my eyes and find I'm alone in soft comfort in a brightly lit, clean room. This is the afterlife? Maybe this is some sort of waiting area. But where's the lobby? Is there a receptionist? My mind slowly becomes more clear and I realize I'm not dead. I'm in the Pack Hospital. I need to leave before the Alpha finds me outside the dungeon. I can barely move my body. Every move causes excruciating pain. I start to panic, making the beeps in the room become faster. Oh, I'm hooked up to a bunch of machines. I try to figure out how to unhook them so no one hears the noises. Too late. I hear people in the hallway getting closer. I try to sit up. I need to ignore the pain. I have to escape. I slowly slide off the side of the bed. My legs were wobbly. The tubes and wires sticking out of me prevent me from getting too far. The door opens, and the Pack doctor comes in with a nurse. The doctor is an older person.
Talia, you're awake. Let's get you back on the mat, shall we?
The doctor says gently. He and the nurse come to either side of me and reach out to hold my arms. A deep growl escapes my chest. "Don't touch me," I snap, shaking them off. My voice is scratchy and raw, and my mouth feels like 1,000 needles are poking into it.
It's all right, Talia. No one is going to hurt you here. We're trying to help you heal. Let's get you back to it, and I'll get you a drink of water.
The doctor raises his hands in surrender. I look at him hesitantly before the nurse hands me a cup of water with a straw. The water feels good on my throat. The doctor sits in the chair beside the bed as the nurse checks my vitals, starts messing with the tubes and wires attached to me.
Talia, you had surgery to remove hundreds of shards of glass from your back. We also had to reset some ribs, your jaw, and you had a lot of wolfsbane in your blood. We gave you a transfusion to clear it from your system so you could heal. You're lucky your wound isn't so serious.
Sure about that last part, doctor? I think to myself.
When the Pack realized breakfast had not been prepared, Tony went to get you and then found you on the ground in your, room.
I don't remember ever being treated by a doctor before. He closes the folder and tucks his pen into his shirt pocket.
Well, I know you haven't had a chance to look in the mirror yet.